Did I make this a regular stream? Well, for all those joining me, this is normally my member stream. I do apologize to my members. I must have, when I went back to change the title, I must have forgot to click it members only. No big deal. Welcome. This will be like a special membership if you were a member stream. You could actually take advantage of this. Anyway, guys, this morning I've got to do a bunch of bagging for the last of my auction winner recipients. So they are a couple of local folks. I've got to drive about an hour and a half south of here. They're hooking me up with a little bit of gas, so I don't mind that. When they're local, it actually is easier. Don't have to rely on the post office or UPS. Thank you, June, for your loyalty for 17 months. That's amazing. Eric Wyrock, what is up, my friend? 3G, what's going on, brother? So I've got a bunch to do this morning. I've already set my little sticks up. I've got sticks in the shrimp tanks. But I've got a bunch to bag this morning. I've got a bunch of plecos and shrimp and guppies and endlers and all kinds of stuff to bag this morning. But I will take you guys along as I go through each of the fish rooms and get everything bagged up. Last thing I'm going to be bagging are some L333s. But I may keep you guys with me the whole time. I'll probably be doing this for about 2 hours. I apologize to anybody that is streaming. At least anybody that has to leave to go to another stream, I totally understand. So anyway, that's what I got to do. Then when I get home this evening, I got an issue with my multis tank. I don't know if it's an aggression problem or if it's something going on with the water problem. We'll test that when I get home tonight. But I had to yard some more some of my multi babies out of here. They had croaked, so I don't know what's going on with that tank. Treated it. So I guess I'll start with these guys right here. These were the Vienna Dragon Crosses. Y'all can see they're super fantails with the Vienna colors throughout, which is kind of cool. I didn't think I could get it. But I've been playing with these guys for about a year and a half now. And I have managed to get the fins with the Vienna color. Just in time to get out of the live bears. My wife and I will be converting from live bears to plecos. Going down the pleco rabbit hole. So, all right, guys, I of course wasn't prepared for all this, so I've got to get duckweed out of here and a couple other things before I can get ready for the collecting of the fish. So I need me a little duckweed catcher. Grab me a net. I'm all kinds of not organized this morning. But we are doing a great job on getting stuff broke up here. Starting to get the vision of where we're going next done. So the first thing I got to do, as you guys can see, I should have been prepping this all yesterday, but I didn't have time. I don't like to send fish with duckweed in it, so I try to take a good portion of it out. But I have to be careful with this particular duckweed because I do have shrimp in this tank as well. Some straggler blue sapphires, I think, are what these are. Just get a big bunch of that out of there. All right. We'll set you guys there and I'll get the fish. And being that I'm staying local with this one, I don't have to be as, oh man, that's a good looking male right there. All right, guys, what do you think of that pair? Pretty male, huh? The other thing that loves duckweed are Mbuna, but unfortunately, I have downsized my Mbuna populations. I don't have too many of those around anymore. So I'll grab a bag for these guys, and we're in business. All right, and I'll stick it in the other one here until I'm ready to go and air them up. We are going to get rid of some of that water though. A little bit more water, so I can always add a little more if I need to. Try not to make too big a mess. And I've actually got too much water. Now, if I was shipping, this would be way too much, but I'm not shipping these, so I'll probably go about 3/4 bag, a quarter of the bag water. If I was shipping, I'd do about 1/8. But these guys are staying locals, so I don't have to be as... So now I gotta pick out another pair, because the guy won 2 pairs. Key is when you're collecting these fantails too, is you got to make sure you don't damage the poor fins on them. Now I got to pick them out of, I like to go younger females, so they have a chance at having a fish that lasts a while. Oh, my dad doesn't know my schedule for streaming. right now, so we will. For you guys, Scotty Aquati, welcome. Maria Z, welcome. Patty Cakes, welcome. I apologize to my members. When I put the new title, it somehow reverted back to a normal stream. John McKenzie, welcome. Window Liquor, good morning. Only Oscars June. Craig's Catfish Caves, Eric Wyrock, 3G. I ain't reporting nothing, quit. Who else we got up in here? Atkins, what's going on, buddy? Jeff, good morning. All right, so got him another couple of fine specimens. Yeah, we're going to call this a bonus member stream for those of you that aren't members. I do this every Sunday morning at 9 a.m. And this is like usually a hosh posh. Could be doing anything. Might catch me and Danny on the boat. Might catch me working on the fish room. Might see Danny working on caves. You never know what we'll be doing. All right, so we will take these two in. Then I got to get it's only 30, it was 36 degrees here when I woke up this morning, which is very un-Oregon-like. Normally we are mid-50s. Cold is considered like 40 degrees. So we'll come over here. Give me some rubber bands. We'll get these guys bagged up. Do the one guy's order first, and then I'll do the second order. Again, local, so I don't worry about too much water because they will be fine. And all I do is unhook my air hose from my Exodon tank. And that buzzing you're hearing right now is I've got one of these bad boys up on top here, and it runs this entire fish room. In this section anyway, not the entire house obviously. But this is what I'm doing for the next hour or two because I've got a pretty large order between these two people. So whenever you're shipping, if you're going to be shipping this long distance, it's always best to double tie, which that's what I'm doing here. The second loop, you bend it in half here, and you got to get that bad boy just as tight as you possibly can. Thank you so much for becoming a member there, Jeff. Greatly appreciated. So there's one down. Oop. There we go. Wonder what the hell I did with my rubber bands. They're right there in front of my face. And I'd like to get a little air up in there. Danny is not pleased with me. She is not digging an hour-and-a-half drive this morning. Told her she could stay home, but I think she wants to go for the adventure too. She just wants to give me a hard time. One of the people I'm delivering this to today is the president of Willamette Valley Aquarium Society. So she is the one that, now preferably I'd like to get the gingas out of this tank that they've all managed to get in. So same process, gotta get duckweed out. And again, another tank that shrimp have gotten into, or that the shrimp were in, and these darn gingarubas have jumped over into this tank, so that's not making me happy. This happens to be my Bloody Mary line. Lady R already got her Bloody Marys from me. That's the first ones of those I've made available in over a year. But I do like having some duckweed around. A lot of people don't like it. Duckweed is a good way to keep a bunch of nasties out of your tank. Now these guys I'll probably put in a different type of bag. They're little bitty anglers, so I'll probably put all 4 of them in a medium-sized bag. First things first, get all this gnarly duckweed out of this container. Some people have a problem with getting duckweed with their orders, so I try to do what I can to get it out of there. You guys have never tried to catch an endlers? They're not as easy as they look. Especially when they're in, give you guys an idea, I'm probably going to end up having to give up and just take them out of the main tank. But this is what I'm dealing with. This thing is crammed full of crypt. All right, there's one out of there. We got one. A little male. Pretty little guys though. They are such a cool little fish. But very adventurous. All right, got another female. Oh, she got out on me on the last minute. You little witch. All right, got another little male. I'll get him a couple of females and we're in business. There's one female. One more female, and I'm done with this. Now, if I had more time, I would love to get every one of these guys out, but Danny and I are in the process of resetting the entire fish room, so I'm not going to stress about it too much because these Bloody Marys are going to end up in a 29-gallon. Or my other thought is, I'll show you guys this real quick. I kind of experimented with these All right, All Things Aquarium is having a meeting with the Salty Club. Unfortunately, Ian, I'm driving all the way down to Albany today, so I don't know if I'll have time, to be honest. But anyway, guys, this is what I've been experimenting with. I put one of these little, I think this one's like a 75 or 100-gallon tub. Anyway, I started the colony with 10 shrimp. Look at this. Look at them all. And these are a blue. I just don't remember if these were blue diamond or blue green. You can't really see the blue on them too well. Let me see if I can get one in my hand so you can see the blue against my hand here. And they're very deep blue. That's just a little baby. So anyway, I'm thinking of doing this with all my shrimp because it gives them a lot of surface to have their stuff. Throw some wood in here, a little sand on the bottom. Thinking about converting all my shrimps to that because I can fit a lot of these tubs. I've got one here that I have nothing in right now, but that's what I'm thinking about doing. All right, so we need one more female. All right, Gingarubas are caught. And then I always try to be a nice guy and give them a couple extra fry when they buy a pair from me. Give them a couple fries. Like I said, I think I'll give these guys a medium bag. So, that's what the person that got these is going to be getting. Little Gingaruba antlers, which are really cool. Good morning, Nona, Miss Sarah, good to see you. Might actually, with this many fish in, I'm going to add a little more water to this. Now I'm going to have to de-duckweed it again. That should be enough. Grab one of my medium bags now. Oh man, I forgot to get the duckweed. Oh well. A little more water out, so we got, there we go. The real fun's going to be when I go to catch the banded gudgeons. Those weren't available in the auction, but I took some down at the last Willamette Valley meeting, and Erica had gotten them, and she wants some more of them. So I am taking her some more gudgeons for her population. The little trick I do, guys, when you're not wanting to use a heat pack so your fish don't get cold while you're bagging, is I stick them on top of the tanks. So the ambient temperature of the tank keeps them warm until I'm ready to put them in a box. So the next little guys are going to be some of the Santa Maria. And I've got to do quite a bit of de-duckweeding here because this is way too much. I kind of look to make sure I don't have too much going on there. Alright. But if you are selling your fish, it's always, I find with live bears, the customers usually are pretty happy if you give them Like if you're selling a trio, give them a full 2 pair. If you're selling a trio and just want to give them the trio, throw in some extra fry just so they get a little something extra. Just makes them happier. So that's me. Of course, you're doing it on your own, whatever you feel good about doing. And again, I try to give them younger females, so I'm not giving them burnt out old stuff like a lot of breeders like to do. Don't want to give them the old stuffed out ones. The Schubels I sent off, I gave them a young female, but I guess she still gave birth in the bag. So Mr. Greg, 3G, ended up with a few extra Schubels to start. Okay. Again, like to get the duckweed out if I can. Make sure I got no fry in there. And I'm sorry if that pump is driving you all crazy. I like to use the bigger bags when I've got multiple in there. This is actually a pleco bag. I didn't mean to do that, but being as I already got them bagged, I'm not going to go back and undo what I've done now. I like to get it nice and tight. Key is too is try to get it as center as I can when bagging this. So if it's not right, I won't get a good seal. There we go. Now I'll give it a twist, and that should be money. Yeah, it gets loud. But it's only because I have it unhooked right now, Nona. That's why it's doing that. I like using this one because it's got a lot of pressure, so it fills up these bags quite quickly. Now, if none of you've ever tied these 3 mil bags, it's a joy, I tell ya. All right. All right, so this young lad was also the guy that got my beautiful cherry line. And I'll show you guys a little trick I do with these shrimp when I'm getting ready to send them off to a destination. First get the water ready. The other thing I like to do with the shrimp is always put a little vegetation in there so they have something to grab on for their journey. Your shrimp will do a lot better in shipping if you make sure they got something to hold on to. Again, get all the duckweed out. I could hire a person full-time to be my duckweed remover in this house. Now these shrimp, because I have one of these shrimp sticks here, as you can see, all I'll have to do is just go in with the net, and I should get my 10 right away. So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to put you guys over here, so hopefully you don't hear that darn pump as badly. I am going to put just a little bit, well, we'll see how that does. I can always add water later. Well, that was a serious fail. 1, 2, 3, 4. I try to make sure they got a couple of females for sure. So there's that. So there's his cherry shrimps. And that should do it for him. That's why it's best to get the duckweed out before you put the shrimp in the bag. Because these little guys aren't the smartest critters in the world, and they'll swim right back into the net. But I did get a little bit of duckweed when gathering the shrimp. Now we'll get a bag for these guys. But like I said, guys, you don't have to get anything really significant. It's just a little chunk of something. So they got something to grab onto. Just makes them feel better. All right, that guy's order is done. So now we'll start on Miss Erica's order. And she too got a bunch of gingarubas. Come over here, say hello to everybody. Coolfin Aquatics, welcome. Anybody else here? Nona, I said hello to. Tampa Tom, welcome to the stream. I will be taking you guys to other spots here shortly. You'll only have to hear this when we're in here bagging fish. So again, I'm going to get the duckweed out of the way here. Ditch the catena. So I think it sucks when it gets to be this time of year. Still pretty hot in the fish room, but you don't dare open the window. Because if they get too cool in here, then it starts popping circuits. So there is one of their guys. So I'll give you guys a break from this because I think I would like to get the banded gudgeons out of this tank in here because we want to I've got like 4 to 5 in here with these 397s that I got from Miss Maria Z. And what we'd like to do with the 397s is make them paired with I think I'm going to better my chance here and get a bigger net so I got more volume to catch them. But these little boogers are smart. They are not stupid by any means. I'm trying not to be too disruptive because I don't want to bother my 97s. But fortunately, I'll show you guys. These, aren't they pretty? Look at them. They like their wood. So I think I'm going to abort this idea now because they're all hanging underneath that wood and I don't want to disrupt them. So I'm going to catch a couple of these guys. Obviously, I don't want banded gudgeons in if I decide to go with shrimp tanks in here. But I do not feel like fighting it. So I will have to get it out of the next tank. As much as that saddens me, it would have been a lot nicer if I could have got these guys. But I am not going to mess with my 397s. I'm still here, guys. I'm still here. So unfortunately, you guys are going to have to be in the loud room again. Got it. What makes it worse in this tank is there's a bunch of wasps hanging in here. So Those little bastards get up underneath there. All right. There's two. Try not to disturb my wife's washer thing because she has been growing this for a little bit and is not going to be pleased if I screw it up. But unfortunately, really no way around it. I'm going to put these guys in a big bag. Because they are hyper and like a lot of oxygen. So I'm going to put a little more water this time because I'm going to put these guys in a ginormous bag. Check with Danny right now. Come on, guys, I don't want to disrupt the entire tank to get you out of here. But I can see already you're going to make it, aren't you? Ah, you little stinkers. This got the new business with the white tank. Man. shoot. Well, no wonder I'm having such a hard time. This net's got a big old hole in it. Let me tell you guys something. Banded gudgeons are by far the worst fish to catch. What the little jerks will do is bury themselves under the sand too. Alright, I'm probably going to... And even when you got them caught in the net, they're still a pain. Dang you. You little jerk. You're too smart for their own good. That's how they got them, I think. This dang Swaster chain is a pain in the butt. But Danny loves the stuff. For her shrimp or whatever else she wants to use it for. Where are you? You little jerk. You got out of the net again, you son of a gun. Hey, 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 hey. I'm making a mess of her Swaster chain, guys. He's not going to be happy with me. But it's not my fault, it's the fish's fault. For one, it wasn't the best tank to be putting the Swaster chain in, because these little guys do make a mess of it. No! Oh, you son of a gun. You are not the smartest tool in the shed, buddy. Alright. Now I gotta make sure all this Swaster chain is off this net, and then put all the rocks and stuff back in and make sure the Swaster chain gets put back down where it was at. So it'll clump back up. Getting swastika staying off a net isn't too fun. All right, we got that. Give them back their little rocks. I'll let that settle. By the time I get home, then I can put all the swastika down more where it belongs here. And hopefully it didn't cause it too much grief. All right, so we got 4 gudgeons in the bag, finally. Now I'll get a big enough bag for them. And this ones, they're going to get the ginormous bag. Yeah, shoot. Now I gotta give them this mixed up water, which I hate doing. Slightly tinted. Bigger bags sometimes are a bundle of fun. I just want to make sure they have plenty of water for the air I'm going to be putting in there. Whenever I've got a larger fish that I'm going a little distance, I want to make sure I got lots of air and plenty big enough bag for them. This is what I sent Bob and Chelsea their zebra carrot in. Air is king. You make sure they got lots of air. Guarantees that they'll make it. And this being a bigger bag, I'm going to go ahead and try to use 3 rubber bands on it. Okay. Sit my big ass down for a second. And Danny and I will be going at our normal tonight. As always, 2 guys. All right. All right, take you guys along. I'm going to plug this air in for a moment so my poor fishies that are here living have air while we go. And catch Miss Erica her orange shrimp. Get this all somewhat right again. There we go. So I'll take you guys with me in here. And there's the beautiful Miss Danny working on her caves. I just got chewed because she's not, in her opinion, a YouTube par. I'll be darned. Well, now these shrimp didn't jump on that like the rest of them normally do. So that's not good. I don't really have any good spot to put you guys. I guess I'll put you right there. I always tap the top of the surface real quick. So it tells all the little shrimps get out of my way because I'm coming in. And again, try to get as much duckweed out of the water as I can. Yeah, when I put shrimp envy food in there, I mean, they'd all be gangbanging on it. These little guys, I can see already, are not going to be fun. All right, de-duckweed it. Now I got to catch as many of these as I can catch. Shrimp, let me tell you, are not as easily caught as they might look. Shrimp can be fighters too. All right, close enough. Might have gave her a couple extra, but all right. Try to get as much of the duckweed off of this. Now, I have to take you guys back to the noisy area for a second. All right, guys. Well, I see I'm over the hour, so I will let you guys go because I know there's other streams probably going on right now. I appreciate you all showing up. See us tonight, 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. To all my members, thank you all much. We'll catch you all next time. See you next week, same time, same place. Later, guys.